Yes, I am recording in the darkness.
Don't forget, some things mustn't be forgotten. The shadow hunting me. I must hurry. My name is Daniel. I live in London at Mayfair. What have I done? This is crazy. Don't forget. Don't forget. I must stop him. Focus. My name is I am Daniel.
Alright. Amnesia. I have no idea how this game actually works. I just tweaked the graphical settings, so hopefully this looks good. Actually, if I can somehow tweet the sensitivity up a bit, just to that. Much better. I like this. You guys, whoop, and whoop. I can do this. This is kind of interesting. 18 is awesome. I apparently can't pick up the slide. Well, can't do it. Should I turn that on? No. So, yeah, droplets. What I assume is blood is happening. That I don't know what that was about. I just hope. Can I pick up this rock? Nope. I know one thing. I cannot defend myself. And that is actually pretty cool because I played and completed an explosive blower. That's cool. I'm gonna be hitting every single armor I see, if I remember to. The Outlast and Outlast was a blow you can't defend yourself either in this game. Well, so far they are seriously my favorite game of all time. Franchise. I'm still struggling with Outlast 2, so hopefully I will complete this at some point. Oh, what's this? A switch and a shirt. Oh, it's a it's just the glass that needs to be used. Sounds machine gun there. Blood. Mountain bikes. Just for funsies. Let's see the box. Okay. Got a broomstick. Push now. Yeah, with it, Harry. Fly. Right? breaking bombs. I'll be hitting bombs. That's probably important. So, am I actually in medieval times? I have no idea. Sounds so. I'm gonna use that. It tells me that I am. Ooh, this is actually part broken. Oh, this is part broken. And since I've played in other games before, I will remember this place. Oh, why can't I run? I like the fact that I can't. Ooh, spooky opening door. What if I want to go down there? I do. I got my helmet. I'm safe with this. I'm sorry, I'm gonna replace you. In the box. What is that? Oh, it's just a rock. Tile, brick, whatever. I wonder if I can... You make too much noise, you know what? You go sit down. Peek behind these. I can't. Okay. You go sit there. I'm gonna. I think I'm moving. You know what? Let's close that again. Where's my helmet? My new friend. I'm not gonna go in there yet. Should I check out the class? Yes, because that is probably. Shit. I'm never getting used to that. So what's in here? Something deadly? A folded shirt. Cool. Alright, I'm not used to this kind of control, so I can run. No, I can't. I don't know. Seems like... Beware, I'm standing in darkness. I'm standing in slowly. Alright, helmet bro? You seem to be dead. I got tinder boxes, so I just need to find more sources of flight. I like that my vision, as in real life, actually kind of is used to being in a dark environment. So that's awesome. Some classic art. And this must be the story about the death of Jesus when he was hanged on the cross besides the robbers. So that's actually kind of cool. So there's also something biblical to this, I guess. And that's the resurrection. I guess, but what is this then? I don't know. I'm gonna grab my helmet. Just close that. I don't need that. Nice. Oh yeah, what was in here? Oh yeah, darkness. Go check. You can't. Ooh. The door slammed shut behind him, and he knew he would never again see the old tailor at Berkeley Square. Another lone soul in London. Seemed appropriate somehow. Interesting. So, I'm in London, I guess. Cool. What does this say? I can't read that. No, if it's because of the text. This. Oh. Whoa. this. Just forgetting everything, because if so, kind of makes sense. Again, something to learn there. And if that is the case, then how should I put it? Then how did he even end up here? Filled with oil, it can turn on reversing F, as in so I have semi-permanent is this a chest by chance? In the box. Where's mine? Oh my friends, I need to take that. This box nothing, because it's unbreakable, invincible. Warms myself. Shut up. Get warm. Kind of reminds me of that. Scared of that as a kid. This okay, I did not ask to do that. Bottles, boxes, potions, and perhaps medicine, chemical X. Making pop-off girls. Guess that would actually be kind of cool. But I guess definitely. Okay, I get it. Read.
19th of August, 1839. I wish I could ask how much you remember. I don't know if there will be anything left after I consume this drink. Don't be afraid, Daniel. I can't tell you why, but know this. I choose to forget. Try to find comfort and strength in that fact. There is a purpose. You are my final effort to put things right. God willing, the name Alexander of Brandenburg still invokes bitter anger in you. If not, this will sound horrible. Go to the inner sanctum. Find Alexander and kill him. His body is old and weak, and yours, young and strong. He will be no match for you. One last thing. A shadow is following you. It's a living nightmare, breaking down reality. I have tried everything, and there is no way to fight back. You need to escape it as long as you can. Redeem us both, Daniel. Descend into the darkness where Alexander waits and murder him. Your former self, Daniel.
Check the most recently read text by pressing N or by accessing the journal. Okay, cool. This is rather interesting because this already gets my gears going. Because technically, what if I'm that Alexander dude and I'm actually looking taste of a rose lingered in his mouth, triggers the lights, just like the ones at the consulate in Constantinople. That is actually already something that I'm going to keep in mind, that I may actually be this actually Alexander Brennan. And stuff, ooh, I can jump, that's nice. To get up there, I guess.
Alexander, is it inside the castle?
In a manner of speaking. Come, bring the lamp. You've been to the refinery, have you not?
I don't believe I have. Is it connected to the... what did you call it?
The inner sanctum. My most precious chamber, Daniel. And it lies well beyond the refinery. In fact, it lies beneath the very stone of Brennenburg.
So this is where I need to go in my comms because that is it is tough and pliant. It can't be torn by hand or toes. I should remember that so I can maybe explode it. I'll check these areas out later. I'll go straight forward. That's also something that's bend reality. That might actually be some sort of literal monster or a hallucination created from my fear. I have no idea. To those of you who actually know, please don't spoil anything. I'll actually solve this mystery on my own. So yeah. In a steadily rising pace, urging him to do it. Am I really doing this? The young boy thought it strange. Tab, I think it was, yeah. Health, almost good. I have a slight headache. This is my journal. two tinner boxes. Okay, I have nothing else. I'm gonna check it out. No, it's not to self. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We need to go to the inner sanctum and find Alexander and kill him. That is what lies beneath the very stone of Brennenburg. Okay. The shadow is following you. It's a living nightmare breaking down reality. So that is either based on fear or something else entirely. Okay. Back. Diaries. No diaries are available. And mementos. Found the key for the wine cellar and some sort of organic tissue box appears to be found. Can be dissolved. Oh, acid. I need some sort of acid thingy. That's kind of cool. Chimney to properly vent the fumes from my most recent experiments has taken its toll on many of my less stable ingredients in storage. Some seem unaffected, but many are stained by the fumes and will be difficult to salvage. I shall do what I can and move them to the wine cellar. That is also another pretty good reason for me to go to
There should be more coop rats. Let me see. And one part aqua fortis.
Early alchemy forming compounds lack the potency I need, but I sense I'm close. Calamine and ompiment, arginine and cuprite binds them well. This time I'll attempt aqua regia instead of aqua fortis in hope it will produce a more even solution. The experiment was unsuccessful. The solution is highly acidic and proves impractical to put to any use except as a detergent. Organic tissue reacts especially violently to the solution and should be handled with the greatest care. I might be able to use the recipe, but I'm losing hope that I will find a chemical solution to my predicament. So that is actually the solution to the also flesh issue. Crave fair judgment and safe return. Cool. I'm gonna pick that up. That is an interesting field, actually. So there's also some sort of levels. So this is in the box. To the kitchen floor. Tears were beginning to well in his eyes as he received the first kick in his stomach. Hazel remained hidden, in fear she too would be. Again, this game has the exploring for now, you know. These stairs, it's a quick escape. So archives should go there. Made sure to pay a visit to avoid the sense of guilt connected with neglect of family. Interesting. Interesting. No, that's not. So this is like
16th of May, 1839. The unflinching African sun has continued to plague our expedition, making it impossible to dig until dusk. How Professor Herbert managed to find the location in these vast plains of nothingness remains a mystery to me.
When I asked him about the tomb again, he told me about the legend of Tin Hanan, the mother of us all. An interesting story in its own right, but I can't help feeling there's more. Later that evening, we uncovered a passage beneath the dunes leading to a sand-covered stone structure. The professor was confident it was the tomb we sought and ordered the others to clear the way late into the dark, cold night. Tomorrow, I shall lead the men into the ancient structure, hoping to reach the burial chamber. No matter what the professor is keeping from me, the dig should yield something interesting to take back to London and the British Museum.
Interesting. Certainly interesting. Peculiar. What did I say? Nothing. I still have yet to find another. Contract. I hereby offer my full attention and services to Alexander, Baron of Brennenburg. This contract will reign for a total of 3 years when my freedom shall return to me. In addition, Alexander, Baron of Brennenburg, is to recommend my services at the Prussian Royal Court and within the sanctum of the Order of the Black Eagle. May no man break this seal. Wilhelm, House of Garrick. Interesting.
"17th of May, 1839. My hands tremble as I write. I feel a need to document my tribulation, for I fear that my memory will fail me if I linger. Today, I took some men and ventured into the dark, ancient passage we uncovered. Our torches burned faintly in the murky air as we slowly made our way underground. The men were superstitious and fearful. They argued loudly, and I felt their strange language getting to me. I mustered my strength and yelled at them to continue down the slopes and broken steps. The crudely carved passage confused me. It looked much older than the 4th century structure we had expected. The twisting path emerged into a great antechamber. The walls were lined with statues unlike any I'd ever seen. Despite their unearthly quality, I felt a strange familiarity toward them, which haunts me still. At the far end of the chamber, a great slab of stone sealed off whatever lay ahead. I gave the order to raise it, and as I pushed through the narrow space, the heavy stone suddenly dropped, sealing me inside. I was trapped.
That is peculiar. Like, did that happen purposely? Or was it an accident? I have a few questions. I'm gonna keep questioning whatever I discover. That is probably unless I'm a gamer. If I could play it again, it would be so
May 1839. After pounding the unforgiving stone wall for what seemed like an eternity, I realized it was hopeless. I was trapped. I fell to the ground, gasping for air, trying to focus. That's when I saw a faint blue shimmer. My weakened body was heavy to carry, but I managed to push myself toward the enchanting light.
So I have to go there, and there's nothing. Okay.
It was waiting for me. Enclosed in dark nothingness, I felt myself drawn to the mystic light.
I don't want to touch it, but I guess I have to.
I I reached out, closing it in my hands. The faint glow escaped my fingers and began to spark brightly and spirit me away, unlocking alien memories of spiraling towers, endless deserts, and impossible geometry. The next thing I can remember is the grating sound of stone being lifted, the voices of the Arabs pulling me to safety, and grasped firmly in my hands was the broken pieces of a most peculiar relic.
Peculiar.
Is old and hasn't been tended to for centuries. When the shadow arrives, it won't take long until things start falling apart.
We're just buying time anyway. Let's do what we can.
There isn't much to be done about the wards. We should reinforce weak structures. The ground will tremble and there's a risk everything will cave in on us, especially downstairs. Here, and there. Let's get the servants working on it.
This is quite an interesting game. I've already been in this where I've searched everything. Thresholds are unbreakable by hand.
You have to be swift when you activate the first one. You hear that? If it stops, you'll have to start over.
Isn't all this a bit excessive?
You can never be too careful, Daniel.
Local folklore. Oldstad and Brennenburg Castle, 1801. Another region enriched with the lore is Oldstad, deep within the East Prussian roots. For centuries, there have been stories surrounding the hamlet and its neighborhood, Castle Brennenburg. Quiet forest-clad mountains, dressed with scattered lakes, is as picturesque as can be, albeit the area is haunted by the dark. Ask any local and you will hear proof of the widespread superstition. All travelers should indulge themselves in such conversations, since it will certainly serve as exciting entertainment. All of them have their own twists on the tales, but there are some motives that keep appearing. And that was, okay, now we have the Gatherers. This story reaches all the way back to the time of the 30 Years' War. It is said that soldiers who abandoned their duty got lost in the cold dark woods and were forever damned to roam the grounds. Yeah, the bodies wrought by their tainted souls have left them disfigured and empty of essence. Many have cited them over the years and described them as horrid revenants. They move silently through the woods, shying away from any beholder. They are called gatherers, as they seem to follow some ambition to steal living creatures. It is the prey which can be heard struggling inside damp burlap sacks, dragged behind them, which reveal their presence. What dark shame do they follow? But is it undone? Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa, the well-known erudite, visited Alstad at the start of the 16th century. He resided in the local inn for a fortnight as he looked for remnants of kingdoms past. During his stay, all the prominent members of society paid notice, and he is mentioned in many records of the time. One day, he went to investigate a bar in the northwestern glades, only to never be seen again. Heinrich is known to have passed away in Grenoble some 10 years later. He dismissed the notion of ever visiting Alstad, which makes you wonder what really happened. Who was this mysterious man who visited the sleepy hamlet in the woods, and what happened to him? And then the immortal Baron. The Baron of Brennenburg lives a reclusive life with his family at his castle nearby Alstad, and like most of those of noble birth, rumors are inherited alongside with the title. Researching the history reveals little before the castle was consumed by fire in the late 16th century. It was rebuilt by Alexander, a nobleman from the Rhinelands, claiming the role as a protector of the Prussian state. Alexander helped the region to flourish and remain popular throughout his presumed lifetime. The family has always been secretive when it comes to lineage and heritage. Therefore, the birth and death of Alexander and his offspring has never been fully recorded. This has fed the idea that the Baron is in fact the one and the same who came from the west over 300 years ago, lived through the time of occupation, and joined the coveted Order of the Black Eagle along with the great leaders of this country. Interesting. Really interesting. Alright, let's get started. Solid 6 out of 10. Maybe store item. Probably to the wine cellar, so I'm gonna check the desk. First, let me see the cabinet. Regarding closing of the wine cellar, Wilhelm and his fools have endangered my research long enough with their absent-minded handling of the human vessels. Okay. The sheriff is keeping a watchful eye on the forest and is killing my trusty servants. It's just a matter of time until they follow the trails of Brennenburg. I need to lock Wilhelm and his men up to avoid further investigation from the public. The wine cellar will therefore be sealed off until the matter has been handled. Either the king's men leave or they will starve. Whatever comes first, they can rot for all I care. maybe I will feed them some wine. It would be, in a sense, solve both of my problems. Oh, so the creatures mentioned in one of the notes. This Alexander Baron fears, and he's using them to gain human vessels for some reason. Do I need to hide? I do not. Interesting. To admit that as spooky as that actually is, that is quite amazing music. So that's it. I did not know I could do that. I was just like, is this regular? And it just happened. This is where I came from. Cool. So I need to go here. Okay, so this living right. Yes, this is let's keep this stuff. It collapsed. It happens. So I'm going straight from non-danger into the danger. And before I do that, I'm gonna save. So this is an adventure, and I hope you'll be along for the journey with me. I'll see you next time after sunset.